Now, how do I?
Just flip it. No, just
Okay. Hi, everybody. As you know, my name is Cassie, and I am here today to talk to you about free healthcare for everyone. America needs to go on a free healthcare system. We no longer have a choice, and we are broken, and it is hard, and it has to get fixed. Free healthcare in America is what everyone needs in order to curb major health problems that most Americans have. In 1798, President John Adams signed a bill establishing the first federal health program. This act was called the Relief of Sick and Disabled Seamen, which was created for the Marine hospitals to treat injured sailors. The law called for a monthly deduction of 20 cents from the pay of the merchant seaman for a hospital tax. This was the first prepaid medical care plan in the United States. Whereas today, commercial health insurance plans cost on average anywhere from $100 to $300 per person per month, not including the deductible, the copays, or the medication costs. Universal health care would provide universal coverage, dramatically improving health outcomes and save us money in the long run. For example, we would be able to catch problems and diagnosis sooner because the average person wouldn't be afraid of going to the doctors versus eating dinner. More than 500,000 Americans file for bankruptcy every year due to medical costs, and 1/3 of Americans skip medications or avoid the doctors because of the cost. Taxpayers and the government pay when somebody files bankruptcy, which in turn raises our taxes anyways. Health insurance would include comprehensive coverage. It would cover primary care, vision, dental, prescription drugs, mental health, substance abuse, long-term services, and more. It would be a boost from the current Medicare plan. Currently, Medicare only covers up to 60 days in a skilled nursing home, which leaves many elderly having to leave the facility before their treatment is done, or they have to pay hefty fines of up to $120 a day if they do not qualify for state Medicaid. This universal health care would guarantee insurance to everyone so that no one has to worry about insurance when they lose or change a job or even start a small business. For example, at this very moment, 2 to 4 million people are not insured right now because they have lost their jobs and their health insurance due to COVID-19. Although 37 states have expanded their Medicaid allowance, many of them have not been approved for the health care yet, but if we did have a universal healthcare plan, this would never be a problem. Most Americans are happy to get rid of their private insurance. They just want to know that they can keep their doctors and hospitals. Universal healthcare would allow the delivery of medical services to remain largely in a private sector. By cutting out the middleman, the streamlining health insurance into one system, universal healthcare saves us hundreds of billions of dollars while ensuring Americans no longer must choose between cancer treatments and mortgage payments or depend on charity campaigns like GoFundMe. Currently, insurance policies are very confusing because there's no straight way to understand what exactly the private company is giving you due to every company being so different. For example, I thought that when I signed up for the Silver health insurance plan through my employer that I was getting the best policy. For some reason, I get $40 per week taken out of my paycheck. That sounds great, right? Well, here's the catch. If I go into the walk-in, my copay is $100, and then they send me an additional bill for $180, thus making me spend nearly $300 at the walk-in when I know I have a sinus infection and only need amoxicillin. Although the problem that universal healthcare has Although the only problem that universal healthcare has is that we would be raising taxes on businesses and families, I believe that we are always raising taxes regardless of anything. For example, whenever the Congress says they are going to give you something, your taxes will be raised. Why wouldn't you want our taxes to be raised to help the American population? Also, if we are already paying taxes for our citizens in poverty or the elderly to have free healthcare, why would we not want the same for our working class? You may say that you don't want your taxes raised. However, if it offsets the hundreds of dollars that you're currently spending on your health insurance monthly, do you think it's worth it in the long run? So in reality, the United States needs to find a way to make healthcare affordable. I believe that Medicaid is already in place for the poor, which is great, but it does not help the middle class who are struggling to stay there. America needs to go to a free healthcare system. We no longer have a choice. We are broken and it has to get fixed. So what do you think? Is it important to have free healthcare for everyone? Okay, I'm done. You're all muted. You're muted. I can't hear you.
We agree. For free universal health care for everyone.
Thank you. Okay. Well, that was all. Can't hear anyone.
You are unmuted already.
I don't have.
I love you, Cassie. You did a very good job.
Thank you very much.
All right, I have to medicine cats and do meds.
Oh,
It was
I'm
a
not
good
muted.
job, Cassie.
No.
Thank you.
okay. Can you
Bye,
hear it?
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Am I muted? I don't know.
Now you're unmuted.
Oh, okay. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What did you guys
Okay.
need?
What?
I don't know. Mom told me you guys were having audio issues.
Yeah, hopefully they got solved. And I tried recording with Evan's phone, and his phone went to 10%, so the whole thing stopped recording mid-record.
Oh.
So hopefully I've recorded it.
All right. Do we need to keep recording?
No, you can hang up. Whatever. Turn on.
Does that mean that
Fucked up the USB thing.
What? Y'all are like barrel of monkeys.